She's got better eyes than I do. I thought the damn thing was on.
I recorded too many videos that didn't record.
She's got a good eye to see it's not on. Thank you, Rosie, for nothing. Right? We would recorded that whole thing. Hey, hi everybody. Tuesday night. It's not often we're going to do this, but tonight is sort of a tough love session from Jen and I, because, well, we've kicked around a long time in the TG community, and of course Jen has now moved on to the female community, but it doesn't stop us from being concerned and being exposed to what others post on a day-to-day basis on social media sites like Facebook and YouTube, and sometimes it frustrates us because girls do complain a lot about what sometimes seems simple things in life, and I'm not talking about, you know, everybody, but sometimes you need to put stuff into perspective about taking control of your life when you're transgender and moving ahead. And sometimes, you know, a very good friend of ours was denied breast augmentation in the UK, and that was a lousy thing because she had expected to have that. We understand that's disappointing, and our heart goes out to her. But this is one of the reasons why Jen has said on some of her uploads that you've got to take your own destiny into your own hands when it comes to being transgendered and transitioning. Because why?
Well, you'll be in control. You go out and you make money, and you save every penny that you can save. You completely make budget cuts on anything that's unnecessary in your life, and then you can go out and you can put money on the table and say, I want the breast augmentation, I want the SIS.
Yes, too many times we'll see postings and things that you're just like, you know, I'm so upset today because I can't, I couldn't buy as much makeup as I wanted, or I don't have any money in my pocket. But yet these people go out and drop a fortune on drinking and smoking and alcohol and movies and video games, and it's just a constant swirl of anything except saving money and sort of taking responsibility. Now, I know in the case of me, I ended up in the streets of LA with about $1.39 in my pocket at the low point, but I didn't, I would never have expected to turn to anybody else and say, I need you to help me out in this thing, because I knew it had to come from within me, because I wouldn't value it if somebody else paid for it or did it for me. And I know you worked 3 or 4 jobs simultaneously to
4 jobs, 7 days a week.
7 days.
Round clock. I worked day and night, and I had like 3-4 hours time to sleep between every day. So.
And you accumulated, the 30,000 or so more dollars that you needed to do that. It wasn't just going to fly into your hand, right? I mean, you knew that. You realized that because your dysphoria was really true and on target. There wasn't anything in the world that was going to stop you from working like a dog.
And our budget got slashed in. I didn't buy movies. I didn't have cable TV for 5 years. Didn't buy video games. I did not get artificial nails put on. I bought 2 colors of nail polish a year, and I spent like $30 a year on makeup.
And it's tough. I
didn't go to the hairdresser for 3-4 years. I got occasionally, every other year, I'll get $6 spent on color me there. I didn't get a cut for years. I cut everything out that I could possibly cut.
And I think that's the point we're driving at here, is that unless you reach that point where you're willing to cut and sacrifice and do with that, it's always going to be very difficult for you to achieve your transition or your SRS, your gender confirming surgery. It's going to be really difficult. And I know a lot of girls, they just seem to be in a state of just sitting and waiting day after day for something to happen, like something to fall out of the sky. But in the meantime, a lot of them tend to play video games and tend to complain about the state of their life. You really don't have anything to complain about. living with Jen has certainly helped me put my life in perspective to really see what's important in life. Issues like health. It's not issues of whether you can buy the latest or greatest video game. When you see somebody that you really care about, just slumped over and can just hardly even move, walk, and you're in a panic state thinking, geez, how am I going to get her to bed, use the bathroom and things like that. It suddenly puts everything in perspective when I see some of the stuff that Jen goes through, and I just admire the fact that she's never gotten on social media and just did a huge dump bowl of here's what happened today. I think in the 1 year that I followed you closely, I think one time you posted that you had an ice pick headache.
Yeah,
one night.
I posted once.
But you didn't post the times you fell out of your car and the number of times you crawled to get into the house, collapsed in stores, lost your speech, lost your ability to see. All these things that we take for granted. I'm here to tell you the glass is half full in your life. But if you sit around and wait for others to provide or supply your happiness, I think you're going to be terribly disappointed, especially when it comes into the transition. Because we're in an era of cutting. And you're going to see the trend of governments cutting more and more and more. My best advice to you, and I think Jen would agree, is do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Be your own captain of your own ship. So.
Take responsibility and control over your life. And contribute also to society. Contribute to the system. Don't just expect for the system to carry you through.
Yeah, sit down the game consoles, put down the TV remote control, and get out there and get going and get it going, because you'll feel so much better. It'll be such a self-reinforcing thing of your own self-worth to be out there earning your money.
And you can be independent. Being independent financially is a freedom that is priceless.
It is priceless because it affirms so much of your self-worth when your own caring for yourself comes from yourself. It's a wonderful thing. We're not often going to do these uploads, just a little bit of tough love, because we do see a lot of postings cumulatively that add up, and we just think, wow. People's complain, they don't have enough, they complain there's too much, not enough work, too much work. You've got to understand that your happiness will be from doing it for yourself, providing for yourself, and making your own way forward. We care. I know a lot of people aren't going to really like this upload, but we care about you enough to give a little bit of tough love and say, this is really the only way to succeed.
I gotta admit, I love in each and every one of what they're watching and everything, and the people that we have kind of talked about now, and we care and love all of them. But I'm now getting to the point that I'm dealing with so many health issues that I lose control, I have no control over, and I hate that, not having control. And then I look at postings that are, to me, pitiful. Like a TV show is canceled. Oh my God, my world is devastated. Well, it's like Rosie said, I've gone blind before. I have still vision problems. I get spasticity and seizures all the time. I can't walk, I can't speak. Almost on a daily basis, dealing with a lot of stuff, and I want to just throw that out there now because I want you all to know this now. We're keeping it always away from social media, so I'm not minor, but I'm getting to the point I'm dealing with all these health issues that I cannot do anything about because it's an incurable disease. There's nothing that can be done. Just slow down the progression the best as you can, which is already a bleak outlook. So I could post on Facebook say, I'm in a really bad place. But I don't do that because I still have a positive outlook on life.
Yeah, there's the kicker in the whole thing. You think with all that Jen deals with, many a time I've had to help her get into bed, out of bed, bathe, shower her up and all that stuff. But I'll tell you what, she loves life. She's happy as hell. And she's proud of herself. And every day she wakes up optimistic and happy. And that's what keeps me going too. And that shows me what's really important in life. Just take the lesson in the positive spirit we're trying to tell you because we do care. We want to thank you for watching tonight. And your comments are always welcome. And as usual, we're privileged and honored to have you on the Jen and Rosie Reality TV.